Hey, Being at Work listeners, I want to talk today about speaking up and using your voice. What is the worst thing that can happen if you use your voice? My daughter Mason is in her senior year at IU, and she has a spring break coming up from March 8th to 15th. And so, for a graduation slash Christmas slash congrats slash I love you so much and I want to adventure with you gift, I booked a trip for London and Paris for Mason and me. And I have us flying out on March 8th. And originally, Mason said, yeah, she thought that would be good, like a late flight on that Friday, March the 8th. Well, a few days ago, she called all bummed because, Mom, I have an exam on March the 8th. So my initial reaction was, well, talk to your professor, like use your voice. But she said, no way. The professor was adamant that there are no circumstances in which, unless there's like a death in your family, there's really no other way that you can get out of this test. We're taking it early. She said, so I encouraged her, well, talk to her anyways. Like, you don't know until you ask. And she's worried that she'll hold it against her. She doesn't want to disappoint the professor. Mason is the most conscientious person in my life. And no doubt she's worried about her holding it against her or not liking her, disappointing her. But the thing that's frustrating me, even more so than I'll pay the change fee to change the flight, but I want Mason to use her voice. Check out this Mira Hadlow quote. This is so consistent with what I'm feeling. Before you silence yourself to keep the peace, ask yourself, what is the worst thing that can happen if I use my voice? Usually the answer is the person won't like me. That's it. If you're silencing yourself for this reason, they already don't like you. They only like a fictional version of you. So raise your voice. Isn't that good? In this situation, what she's worried about is this fictional version that the professor has of her. Use it anyways. Use your voice anyways. Why not? The energy of that, the potential influence of that is so much greater than the perceived challenge in not using your voice. So I don't know what will happen when Mason talks to her professor. And I'm not even so concerned about the outcome. I just want her to use her voice. So here's to trusting yourself enough today. What's the worst thing that can happen if you use your voice? What a great attitude with which to take care of yourself and ultimately each other.